It is free, and you also get a free self-love guide. All right, so with that, we are going to move on to our next story, which is Miss Drew Sidora getting divorced. I mean, it's about freaking time. It's about freaking time. And I'm going to need my candy canes to help me out with this one, because I stopped watching Atlanta. I did not watch the last season. I think I watched a couple episodes, maybe the season before that with Drew, or maybe I caught a couple of ones, because I do remember her on the show, but just not, I didn't watch the full show. And I remember how problematic her husband was, how disrespectful, how gaslighting, how clearly he was cheating on her. The whole situation was. So we're going to get through this one together, guys, you know. So this is according to People magazine, and it says Real Housewives of Atlanta star Drew Sidora's husband, Ralph Pittman, files for divorce after nearly 9 years of marriage. Before I even get into it, Drew, I got to talk to you for a second. Drew, how in the world did you let him file for divorce on you? I'm not a lawyer, but doesn't the person who files first have some type of advantage? Like the first person to file sort of has more either leeway or more, I don't know. It just always seems to me like the first person to file has more of an advantage. That's what I always thought. The way he dogged you out, and I'm not coming down on you too much, Drew, because I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but the way he dogged you out, how did you let him file on you first? How? That pisses me off, just personally. All right, let's go. Unfortunately, we have made the difficult decision to move on to our next chapters. Pittman shared exclusively with People after filing to divorce Sidora, whom he married in August 2014. All right, now I'm pissed again. Drew, how is he talking to People magazine before you are? Girl. Let's keep going. The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Drew Sidora and Ralph Pittman, are officially ending their marriage. People can exclusively confirm. Love is a beautiful thing, Pittman, 37, said in an exclusive statement to People. Unfortunately, we have made the difficult decision to move on to our next chapters independent of each other. Drew and I have decided to file for divorce. We have 3 amazing young children, and their mindset and growth is what is most important. As we navigate this difficult time, I ask that you please respect our privacy. Please respect my privacy as I give a statement to People magazine. Shut up, Ralph. Anyway, let's keep going. According to documents obtained by People, Pittman's petition for divorce was received on Monday. People also obtained documents to confirm that Sidora, 37, lodged her own divorce petition an hour before Pittman. Okay, good. Pittman listed the couple's separation date as February 19th, while the Game actress claims they have been separated since Thursday, February 23rd. Though documents from Pittman request joint legal and physical custody of their children, Sidora's petition notes, quote, there is no chance or hope of reconciliation between the spouses. Sidora and Pittman married in August 2014. They later welcomed son Makai in June 2015 and daughter Ania in February 2018. The That's So Raven alum also has an 11-year-old son, Josiah, from a previous relationship. Many of the couple's marital woes leading up to the divorce was reconciled on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, Drew, so you got some points back because they were misleading when I read this article the first time by saying he did it first, but I guess she filed 1 hour before he did. Okay, Drew, you're back on the good list, Drew. You're back on the good list. You did it first. Okay, good. Last year, Sidora discovered a suspicious text message between her husband and his female assistant, who he later fired. Finding out my husband was getting close with his assistant was really hard for me, she said on the show. I packed up my kids and we went to Chicago. I literally ran away from home. Sidora also said she wanted Pittman to, quote, respect the relationship. Side note, I'm going to tell you this first, sweetheart, Drew. And I'm sending you lots of love because to me, you seem like a abused woman. And I'm not saying physical. I don't want to put that all that, but clearly some emotional and mental, maybe spiritual, abuse is going on here. You want him to respect the relationship? How about you first ask him to respect you? Because if a person doesn't respect you, they're not going to respect the relationship that you have. The foundation is the respect of the person. Okay? The result is the respect of the relationship. And that goes for everything. If I'm friends with someone and they don't respect me, they're not going to respect the friendship that we have. The friendship is a byproduct of the respect. The relationship, the respect of a relationship is a byproduct of the respect of the person. So the first thing you should be asking is, does he respect me? Not, I want him to respect our relationship. Because clearly he doesn't respect you. And the one part that I did see, which you guys, didn't he go to, where did he go to, like Florida or something? He just like left the house and didn't tell her where she went. He went to like Miami or to Florida or to North Carolina. He flew the coop, right? He flew the coop for days and didn't tell her where he was. And then he came out with some, and Candy Canes, correct me on this story, because like I said, I have not been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. But didn't he say like, oh, I was in a hotel and I just needed to clear my head? Listen, if my partner ever pulled some crap like that, please. But let's keep going. Real Housewives of Atlanta castmates also took with Kenya Moore calling Pittman, quote, so disrespectful as he faced accusations of gaslighting his wife. You're basically saying that she's lying and how it happened was not how it happened, Moore 52 told Pittman in a 2022 episode. That would piss me the F off if somebody said that to my face, especially if I'm hurting. Do you not understand that? You're tearing her down. They were talking about in reference to Ralph having the inappropriate relationship, let's just say, with his assistant. And then basically gaslighting Drew. Oh, no, it's not that, this, that, and the third, whatever the case is. But this is another thing. Not only when you are inappropriate with your staff, your assistant, and then you end up firing them, not only are you disrespecting her, but you're also putting your family at risk, because what if she sues you? The assistant could easily sue you for sexual harassment, for wrongful termination, for coerced sexual things. Well, he was my boss, so I had to do it. And then when I said no, he fired me, he retaliated. That's a lawsuit right there. And they're married. So you're not only putting yourself at risk, but you're also putting the family and the family money also at risk. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, let's keep going. Despite their challenges, Sidora told BET last June that the pair planned to, quote, continue fighting for their marriage. Why, Drew? Why? I never understand, and I hope I never do, but I've never been I'm a stick beside him type chick, stand by your man, fight no matter what, struggle, love, bust, hell or high water. That's not me. Nope, I'm not the one. The moment anything becomes a struggle, I'm out. That's not to say I wouldn't work on something in a healthy way. That's not to say that I expect things to be perfect. No, but I think I deserve healthy, right? And I think, I don't know, I've just never had that mentality of like, I have to fight for our love and fight for our marriage. Like, I don't think the word fight should be synonymous with love. We have to feed love. We have to cultivate love. We have to water our love. Hell, I'll even give you the word work on our love. But fight? No, give up the struggle, guys. Give up the struggle. No, thank you. She goes, I thought it was like Cinderella, like a happily ever after. And so we thought that's what it's going to be, she said. Well, then you're already off to the wrong start because you're already believing in a fantasy. Newsflash, Cinderella isn't real. She's a character somebody made up. It's a fantasy. But let's keep going. Which isn't to say that you don't deserve respect and great treatment, but those are two different things. My parents have been married for the last 60 years, they make it look so easy. I'm in a situation where we have children, we're moving to a new city, life is happening, and people are growing as well as changing. She continued, it's hard because sometimes you're like, do I need to stay in this marriage or am I better off by myself? If you have to ask the question, you already know the answer, sweetheart. Then I think to myself, when two people commit and you keep committing to each other, what can we do to fix this? You're switching counselors to find the right one. So you're switching counselors to find the right one, or are the counselors telling you things you don't want to hear and you're doctor shopping and you're waiting to find the counselor that's going to tell you what you want to hear? Those are two very different things. I wonder which one it was. But we're committed, and I think that's what keeps people together. Sidora also noted that it's not that it's perfect because I'm not perfect, and God knows he's not perfect, but they keep doing the work nonetheless. Wow. Kidding aside, obviously, I'm just, being a little, snarky, but, all kidding aside, because it's just a kiki, it's not that deep. All kidding aside, Drew, I'm sending you a lot of love and a lot of compassion, a lot of support, especially for your children. It has to be tough. But I will say, I think you're making the right decision. If you are in an unhappy, emotionally abusive, mentally abusive, disrespectful, gaslighting, narcissistic relationship, the only thing you are modeling to your children is either this is how you should be or this is the treatment you deserve. That's it. Just having two people in the same household does not make a family, does not make a home, and does not make a good example for your children. Because children do what you do, they don't do what you say. That's what they will then go and model in their lives. So all kidding aside, Drew, I also send you a lot of healing and a lot of love. Get some therapy, work on yourself, get your self-esteem up, because when you are in a relationship with someone, again, I'm not a doctor, I don't diagnose, but from everything I've seen from Ralph, he seems very narcissistic and very mean. And I think when you're in a relationship with somebody like that, it really erodes your self-esteem, your sense of self, your confidence, your confidence as a woman, your confidence as a wife, your confidence as a mother, as a person. And so, Drew, I hope you really just, do some healing, take some time, work on yourself, and stick to the divorce. Because he sounds horrible. I mean, he does. He sounds horrible as hell. And he sounds like he just was really treating you all types of crazy. All types of crazy. So I really hope you get some help. And I also wish you happiness. You're a gorgeous girl. You're doing the damn thing. Trust me, there is life after dating or being married to a jerk. Let Ralph go to Florida, Miami, North Carolina, New Orleans, wherever the hell he went. Let him go all the way back there with his assistant. Let him do him. You focus on yourself and you focus on your children and you focus on your own glow up. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. What do you think about this? What do you think about Ralph? And what do you think about Drew? And I haven't been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, so I believe they're about to come back. So do you think that we're going to catch any of this in the new upcoming season? Because I don't think that they're currently filming. I think they've wrapped filming, right? So we'll have to see. But will this make you tune in? Will this make you want to watch RHOA more so now that we know, Drew and Ralph are ended up in divorce court, both having filed against each other? Put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. But before you do that, and before we head over to our last, story of the day, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. And check out our description box. Join our newsletter. It is 100% for free. Oof. But yeah, again, sending lots of love to Drew. Lots of love to your children, and you're making the right choice. Kick his butt to the curb and do not look back. All right, now let's get into our next story, which is some Summer House. Now, I was going to do Summer